I gotta walk it off.
Yeah, go ahead.
I gotta walk it off.
Take a lap, Bill.
Oh my God. Dude, that's the hottest fucking thing I've ever ate.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? For First We Feast, I'm Sean Evans, and you're watching Hot Ones. It's the show with hot questions and even hotter wings. And at long last, I'm joined by Bill Burr. Bill, he's one of the biggest stand-up comedians in the game. You know him as the host of the Monday Morning Podcast and as the co-creator and star of Netflix's F is for Family, now entering its third season. Bill,
Yes,
welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Well, it's good to have you in this seat finally. How are you with spicy food? Do you crank it up a little bit?
A little bit. I don't get crazy. This is gonna be all the comedic elements that you want is gonna happen. Look at me. I'm pasty as hell.
You and I
we
both.
like most of my shit was boiled growing up, very bland. You know, salt and pepper was about as hard as we went in our house.
All right, Bill, so this first one
And
is
I'm eating the whole
classic.
thing too, man. These chickens died, man. You gotta eat them.
Well, I'll remember that you said that. If you stick with that, I'll stick with that, and I'll eat the whole wing right along with you.
It's a time of waste. So what is this one? This is the classic.
The classic.
We got some wings over there. All right.
So you've been dealing with this Masshole stereotype your whole life. I think to a lot of audiences, you're their first exposure to this New England accent and sensibility. So what I want to do is bounce some Boston-related stories.
You don't
that
think
have been
they saw
bubbling
Goodwill
up.
Hunting? I was a little bigger than my bullshit act, but okay, I'll give it to you. All right.
So what I
I'm the
wanna-
ambassador from Massachusetts.
Dunkin' Donuts removing donuts from the name. Do people care about that in Boston as much as they seem to on the internet?
So they're called Dunkin'? Mm-hmm. That is a incredibly fucking stupid idea.
You think so?
Yes. I mean, how bored were they? Like, how much money were they making at those places where they're like, hey, let's fuck with what everybody knows? They overthink shit. I mean, it's their company. I wouldn't have done it.
Boston drivers are no longer the worst in the country, according to Allstate. Does that ring true to you?
Well, this is how I've driven everywhere in this country, pretty much. East Coast, they're bad, but they're aggressively bad. I don't mind aggressively bad, because whatever you did, eventually you're gonna get the fuck out of my way, right? Mm-hmm. Out here, they're just bad.
You gotta do like 100 miles an hour to get off the highway.
But when you get onto surface streets, it's like they're staring at their phones or they took a pot cookie.
Oh, and people who ride bikes in LA.
Are morons. Morons. They fucking dress up like they're in a bike race and then they just drive out in the road. And they always yell, share the road. It's like, well, yeah, you too. Move over. Move over. I allowed enough time to get there in a car, not follow you on your fucking bicycle, Lance. And I know, I'm not saying it's not a bad thing when they die, but it's not shocking.
Are you still baking?
Yeah.
A lot of people think that baking versus regular cooking, it's a personality tell, like being a cat person or a dog person. Do you think there's might be something about the precision of baking that appeals to you?
I think if somebody had a psychology background, they could actually say that, but I'm guessing most of that was by people who maybe took one psych class. No, people get freaked out by baking. It's actually easy. You just do exactly what they tell you to do. I'm actually learning now how to cook more healthy because I'm fucking old. I'm 50. Making smoothies.
Yeah.
I had like a hummus sandwich before I came over here. It's actually good. You feel light afterwards, and then you feel kind of energized, My big thing now is lentil burgers. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I still like root beer. And, I don't know. Root beer is my thing, though.
And then I know that you were a Food Network fan back in the day. Are you still entertained by Food TV, or has it lost a little bit of its charm with all these competitions?
Once they started yelling at each other, and it's just like, okay, you gotta make pancakes. You have a toaster and a fucking chicken wing. It's just like cooking's supposed to be relaxing, and it's one of the nicest things you can do for somebody. By the way, I appreciate the free chicken here.
Hey, got you, Bill.
You just add all this pressure to it. Like, I always found out, I worked in a kitchen. And there were times when there was screaming and yelling, but when you watch those shows where it's just all screaming and yelling, that's just for the TV. I always want to read that Anthony Bourdain book, but it makes me go to sleep. Can we eat another one of these? I'm kind of hungry here.
Sure.
Oh, this one looks good. Maplewood smoked onions. Nice. All right, I'm not gonna lie to you. Mm-hmm. It was about as hot as I usually go. We're on number 3.
Are you still committed to that idea of eating all 10?
No, I'm gonna. I'm definitely gonna. I mean, this is the whole bit is to watch somebody fucking nose run, yeah.
Exactly. Salute, Bill. So as we touched on your intro, F is for Family is entering its 3rd season. In addition to creating it and starring it, I know that you're making the donuts in the writer's room. And stand-up, it's such a solitary game, you know? It goes from your brain to the audience with no filter. What's different to you about the collaborative process of the writer's room?
The lack of respect that writers get, like how fucking hard it is, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Everybody talks about actors. Oh, he gained weight for this, and how did you get your abs? And it's just like, dude, like somebody fucking sat and just like missed his kids growing up, so you could go out and go be fucking, you know, I don't know, whatever, The Flash, whatever the fuck they're doing movies about nowadays.
And then Netflix seems to be in the middle of this comedy gold rush, you know, from these multi-million-dollar Dave Chappelle deals to the stand-up specials, the original series like F is for Family. And I'm curious about your perspective on Netflix and its impact on the business of comedy.
My first hour special I did, Why Do I Do This? I remember clearly I was at the Improv on Melrose, and somebody said, what do you want for your intro? And I said, blah, 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 blah. You can watch his new special, Why Do I Do This, on Netflix. And the guy said it, and people snickered in the crowd. This is how long I've been with those guys. They were like still considered the guys that delivered videos to you.
Right.
And they thought it was funny. And then like within like, I think 3 years of that, they were like the place to be. So that and Breaking Bad were 2 things that I got in on early. And I feel like if I didn't, I would have probably got lost in the herd. Breaking Bad, I saw, you know, the first episode, I immediately asked my agent, I'll fucking do anything. I'll carry the meth in the background, anything. So I think I got in early with the request. All right, what do we got here? Oh, I fucking love that. You clean that off, man?
I did. Check the can. Check the
That's
can,
a
Bill.
dead bird right there.
I'm right with you. I'm leaving nothing on the bones.
You know, I had a woman one time come up to me after a show and tell me that she was a card-carrying member of PETA. I forget what joke I did.
Was she upset about a joke that you did?
Yeah, but she's, I'm a card-carrying member of PETA. Like, yeah, all you have to do is sign up. She act like she got a fucking MBA.
So you once called the cuntiness of sports writers unparalleled, and these days there does seem to be a lot of outrage porn coming from the dweebs who cover professional sports. So what I want to do is just bounce some hot button barroom debates off of you, because I think the nosebleeds need Bill Burr's perspective.
I'm starting to sweat. Feeling it.
Are you looking forward to seeing Maroon 5 and Cardi B perform at this year's Super Bowl halftime show?
I just hate how it's the most important football game of the year, and there's just so much other shit going on, and all these people who don't give a shit about football show up and they talk during the game, and then they shut up during the commercials, and then when the game comes back on, they're like, "How much do you think that one cost?" And it's just like, so I try not to go to Super Bowl parties because I always end up in the kitchen on that little fucking TV or whatever. So,
What do you think is a sillier protest, cutting up your Nike socks or burning your LeBron jersey?
they're both equally stupid. But because of what was behind Colin Kaepernick, I just hate, you knew the second he did it, it was eventually going to be like, my brother's fighting in Iraq. And it's just like, dude, nobody is saying your brother isn't fighting in Iraq. He's talking about police brutality. This is what it is. And how that was just hijacked. And also, you know, he's on his knees. That's more respectful than standing up, right? Mm-hmm. Taking your hat off. I get it. I don't understand the experience because I'm fucking white. You know, I look like a cop, so I can drive like 90 anywhere. Cops just wave at me. They think they know me. But yeah, some comics steal jokes. Some cops fucking kill people. Not saying to get rid of all the cops. They're just saying, hey, get rid of the bad ones. It's a very logical argument.
All right, Bill, we have a recurring segment on our show called Explain That Grammar. We do a deep dive on our guests' Instagram, pull interesting pictures that need more context. So I'll bust out the laptop, I'll show you the picture, and you just tell me the bigger story. Does that sound good?
You talked really fast.
All right, laptop, please.
I'm actually drinking water right now because I was so dry.
Sorry, Bill.
I can recommend some places.
Yeah? What's your go-to wings joint?
I'm not blowing it up here. So I have to stand in line at my favorite place.
What is the craziest bout you saw when you were doing color commentary at Rough and Rowdy, that amateur boxing event?
Oh, God. I think the two brothers that fought each other. There was two brothers, and one of them was in the armed forces and was like, you know, making stuff of himself. The other one didn't have a job or something and played video games. And he hated his mom, saying his mother loved the other one better.
So he's like in the shadow of his older brother.
Well, this is the best thing. His brother, who's in the military, agreed, said, yeah, she likes me better. So it was undeniable. And then he said that people in the armed services were overrated. It's like, they're not that tough. And then they went out and they beat the shit out of each other. I forget, I want to say the video game kid won. But what was funny was they were both in the same shape. So this guy never even got off the couch. And this other guy, you know, he had to go through basic training and everything. I was kind of amazed by that. That was a good one. It's, you know, it's one of those things. I really grew up watching a lot of those tough man competitions, and the fact that Barstool brought him back it's just been a lot of fun. So I'm so psyched those guys let me come on every once in a while. The next one is October 5th. I don't know when this comes out.
It will have already been
Kentucky.
out, but you know what? I guess go into the backlog or something.
Yeah, going to the backlog.
What do you remember about your conversation with Danica Patrick? Did you guys talk about classic cars?
No, she was like just dialed in. Like she had like astronaut Chuck Yeager. Like just, it was awesome. Like fucking like vice handshake. And what was funny was when we got in the car and we were driving around the Indianapolis 500, which I'd been to. I've gone to it twice. And it's just, you come down the straightaway, it's iconic. I can't explain it. It's just like, oh my God. Like I remember saw AJ Foyt and all these guys, Rick Mears and all these people growing up. I was talking to her about how she was going to retire after the race. She said she was retiring. I said, yeah, you know, I heard you're retiring. I'm like, that's awesome. You retire. And she punched me in the shoulder. She was like, thanks. Because I guess everybody was giving her shit. Yeah, she drove, she spun out in the race, you know, went out in a blaze of glory. And yeah, I thought it was a really cool way to retire.
Some of your casual fans might not know that you're a licensed helicopter pilot.
I'm wearing the same hat. Look, I only got one hat. Look at that.
It is the same hat.
Hey, I'm a minimalist. Flying a helicopter, learning how to do that, it was one of the biggest accomplishments of my life because I did not do well in school and I was really nervous about ground school and all of that, me being able to pass. And I actually discovered that if I am into something, that it's not like those classes. You just went to school and whatever they were teaching, you had to learn it.
Right.
Whether it engaged your brain or not. So, not saying I'm not a moron, but I was pretty surprised that I was able to do that. So,
well, congrats, Bill.
Thank you. Oh, I like that. Is that a little cumin in there? Mm-hmm. Ah, see? I cook. I like that. I can eat a fucking bucket of that. Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting watching you on late shows because sometimes I get this sense that when you're watching the audience, they can't tell if it's okay to laugh or not. From your perspective, are you amused by that or annoyed by that?
There's just a lot of that right now. There's just a lot of, no, you know, you say something and people act like somebody just got hurt. I don't understand it. But, you know, it's what the young people do, and I respect it. Yeah, most people out there are not fanning themselves every time somebody says something. They understand context, they understand two sides of the story, they understand due process, they understand all of this stuff. Like, I think you should be allowed to disagree, which kind of seems to be going away. That went up a notch.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of these lingering ones where you think you handled it.
And then it chases
all
you.
right, yeah. You going for your milk?
Not until you do, you know. I'm going step for step with you, Bill.
I think milk is a coward. I think that's a cowardly move.
Then
I think ISIS wins if you go for the milk. I'm sweating right now, dude. Mm-hmm. That's fucking hot. That's like annoying.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would you do that to somebody's food?
I know.
Now it's a mission. That was just all and then now we're in the rapids.
It's going down.
Now we get to see who we are as men. I might have to take the hat off, dude.
Go ahead. There's no shame in that. You know,
I
the
might have
milk,
to take the hat off.
ISIS wins, but the hat, that can come off.
I'm 50, dude. You can't be doing this to me. Dabbing my forehead like a preacher.
So I want to take a wing to talk about the Monday morning podcast because you're really on that wave early. In fact, you predate Joe Rogan and Mark Maron, and I'm curious when you
all these people who blew by me. Yeah. You had a head start on all these guys, man.
When you were
My
doing
nose is
it,
running.
When you were doing it back then, did you feel like you were breaking new ground, or has the podcast industry and its explosion, particularly in comedy, surprised you?
It was just when I did it, when I first started, it was like 5 minutes. I would call up, dude, my eyes are watering. I would just call up this service. Be like, hey, it's Bill, I'm gonna be at the Comedy Works in Denver. Oh, you wanna go to the show? And it was only a couple minutes. Then it just kept getting longer and longer and longer and longer. Yeah, I kinda learned how to podcast as it just grew. So I grew as a podcaster, I hope.
And then there's this push to make content shorter, more snackable, but comedians in particular seem to be comfortable uploading these 4-hour-long sit-downs. Do you think for the comic mind there's a certain freedom in that kind of medium?
No, we're probably just lazy. I don't want to sit here editing this. Whoa, that is hot.
How do advertisers react when you goof in the ad reads? Do you find that companies kind of get it more
I think
often?
I think I probably lost one with the toilet seat company today. Sometimes you just gotta burn one. You just gotta burn one and be like, all right, I'll give you your money back because this shit is just stupid. Fucking electric toilet seat with a remote control. I'm supposed to seriously sell that? Dude, you barely even touched your water, man. You're a fucking pro. Oh, we're going again.
That's how the game
This is where you're fighting the champ, right? And you're like, all right, it's round 5,
Up
you didn't
against the
realize
ropes.
he was just sizing you up. All right. He's called the bomb. I'm gonna put it now. That tastes awful.
Yeah.
I gotta imagine that this is just the beginning of the awful of this one.
I might be hitting the
Does
water
that help?
soon.
Hit the water. Dude, I'm almost done with water. Oh my God, I can barely talk.
So as we've touched on, you're a huge sports fan. And I was impressed to learn that you've been to almost every major sports stadium in like 10 straight Rose Bowls?
Am I supposed to answer that, dude? Holy fuck.
And the foodie
You went milk!
I know I did.
All right, I'm going milk. I gotta go milk.
And the foodie revolution is infiltrated.
Oh, that's so gross. It's room temperature. Who does that to somebody?
And the foodie revolution has really infiltrated the stadium. And I'm curious, do you have any thoughts when you see a 2-foot-long tamale-laden dog at
Trying
a
to get the
Rangers
milk down my
game?
throat.
Or creme brulee French toast being served at Fenway Park?
Don't breathe through your mouth. It goes into your throat. Oh, don't touch my eyes. Dude, what the fuck? That's worse than India. Not say India's a bad place. Do I have to apologize now? I gotta walk it off.
Yeah, go ahead.
gotta
Take a
walk it
lap.
off.
Take a lap, Bill.
Oh my God. Dude, that's the hottest fucking thing I've ever ate.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, fuck. It's not going away. Oh my God.
So the foodie revolution, it's really infiltrated
Fuck
the
your
sports
question.
stadium.
I don't give a fuck what people eat. I just hate the flat screen TVs. All right. It's out of my eyes now.
It's a good place to be.
Oh my God.
Headed in the right direction.
Why did I think I was gonna be able to do this?
Craft beer is another thing that's infiltrated the stadium. And when I was a kid, you'd go to a game, it would just be dad brands. It would just be Budweiser, Old Style. And now there are like 10 local IPAs on tap. I know that you get really into the weeds of good food, good cigars. Have you been bitten by the craft beer bug?
Oh no, I hate those beers. I hate how they always have tough names. Go fuck yourself, ale, slap your mother, lager, wicked cunt, whatever the fuck they call it. They're just super hoppy. Can I ask you a question? Is it all in your nose right now? Is that normal? Or did I just oh no, I touched it with my hands.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
It's a little
Can
late
be
for that.
contaminated. Right. But
Dude.
you don't want it to get worse.
Oh dude, fuck this. I don't know about this, dude. I don't know if I can make this.
You can do it, Bill. You can do it.
What is the upside? I already promoted the fucking cartoon.
What do you think is the
Dude,
most...
I am fucking miserable right now.
Yeah, I know, Bill. I know. I've seen a lot of crazy shit from this side of the table.
Have you?
Yeah. But you
I
know
should have
what?
watched this shit before I came here. Wow. That was fucking that was an experience. Dude, this is fucking nuts.
So since leaving Boston, you've split your time between New York and Los Angeles. So what I want to do is bounce a few points of comparison with those cities, and you tell me which city reigns supreme. Sound good?
Yeah, sure.
Between those cities, where do you find the better comedy crowds?
Oh, yeah, for the longest time, it was New York, hands down. Now I like LA better now. New York is just like, it's like doing stand-up at a woman's college. It's a combination of that, or you feel like you're talking to a bunch of old people on a cruise ship. The whole fucking set.
Which is the better food city in your opinion?
They're both amazing food cities, and they're both good at what they do. I feel like I'm running for office right now, because the pizza out here sucks, but the pizza back there is amazing, if you know where to go. Because there's a lot of people that live off the reputation of New York pizza, but like out here, the burgers, obviously Mexican food, Thai food, sushi, is fucking crazy, you know? Dude, I think you are more relentless than these fucking wings.
Where does a guy like you feel more at home?
Dude, this is like with my wife. After a while, you just tap out. You're like, fine, buy it. I don't give a fuck.
Because LA seems so opposite of Boston, and then New York, there's this fierce rivalry. Where do you feel more at home?
Dude, I can't even hear anymore. I feel at home in my house, which is where I wish. I'm gonna fucking take a giant milk bath when I come home. I'm just gonna breathe this shit in. Okay, what are you doing?
All right, Bill. This is the last dab.
I don't
we
like
call
this.
It
This is different.
The last dab because we put a little extra on the last wing. It's tradition around here. You don't have to if you don't want to.
Oh, I know that talk. You don't have to, you fucking pussy. What are you doing, one?
Just little dab on there.
I'm going two.
Whoa!
You like that? Fuck you.
Respect. I will too, out of solidarity. And because, I can't have you making me look like a bitch in my own show.
Okay. It's been fun.
Thanks, Bill. You'll be back?
This is a bad time to ask me. I'd like to say I will be.
All right.
Salute.
Cheers.
All right. Fuck. I like how fast you're trying to eat these last ones. I've seen you. All right, they're over.
Mm-hmm.
I got you beat. Mentally, I have you beat. You're trying to run right now.
You did the second you walked in.
In the final round, you're running. You think you're ahead on points right now, don't you?
We'll leave it up to the judges.
This last one was delicious.
Thanks, Bill. We actually make this one. My man.
Wow.
All right, Bill, here we are at the end of the line. 10 wings up, 10 wings down. So you're maybe the most requested guest in Hot Ones history, and as a result, there's been all this
I'd like to say
online
fuck you to all you people.
speculation
Put me on this shit.
about how you might perform on the show. So the following are comments that we actually pulled from a Bill Burr fan page on Reddit with your own fans guessing how you might perform on Hot Ones. So I'll read you the comment. You can react to the commenter,
This
okay?
one got you in the throat.
Yeah, right. He gets 4 wings in before his face goes so red that Sean has to swap the milk for some sunscreen.
Standard redhead bashing. I'm used to it. Go ahead.
Bill's ears will be like 2 steam whistles.
I like that one.
He won't even hear himself violently shitting his MeUndies.
Okay, podcast listener, thank you.
I don't know if I want to see that. I know what I look like eating spicy food. It'll be twice as bad on Bill since he's bald. He'll look like a damn tomato.
I would have gone with Hellboy, but okay.
All right, Bill, look at you, proving them all wrong because you took down the gauntlet, bone cleaning, killing all the sauces.
You got your rankings wrong here.
Yeah, what would you do? How would you switch it up? Yep.
That's all it is.
Right there.
That's like when that team that should have been in the college football playoff doesn't make it.
The 5th one.
Yep. The 5th guy, the odd man out.
Mm-hmm. There's UCF right there.
I was gonna say, yes, Central Florida, man.
Hey, eye to eye, Bill. And now
That's
there's
fucked
nothing
up.
left
That's the
to
exact team I was gonna pick.
do. There's nothing left to do but roll out the red carpet for you, my friend. This camera, this camera, this camera. Let the people know what you have going on in your life.
Well, I imagine at this point in my life, I'm preparing for Thanksgiving. Getting off the road. I don't have anything to promote. Other than I'm happy I made it through this.
Well, I am too. Look at you, you king. Look at you, you king.
This reminds me when I ate that fucking cheese when I was in Norway.
The cheese in Norway.
I ate this cheese in Norway that just fucking, you know, and my wife kept laughing, going, stop it, stop, because she'd been into it. She's like, oh my God, what the, it's one of those places that has cheese for dessert. Mm-hmm. You know, one of those fucking places. And it was just so fucking, I don't know what. It wasn't like hot, but it was, whatever it did to you, it just made everything just pouring out. She kept telling me to stop, and the more she told me to stop, I just kept shoving bigger pieces in. And it was this really fancy restaurant, and she was crying, laughing, and she was embarrassed. It was everything why I love my wife. There we go. We're gonna end on that nice thing. Thank you.
Good job, Bill. Good job.
People have quit. You can't quit.
I agree with you 100%.
Dude, if the cameras went on, I would have quit. Oh, fuck.